today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make these Pacmans. Yeah. Now, you're going to get ready for the craziest, most insane way of doing things ever. There's going to be a bunch of tying and a bunch of just weird crap, and just bear with it. Bear with me, do it, and it'll get done. But it's insane. You'll probably only ever make one. Okay, so first we start out with a string. Probably just not way long, not way short though. This is our pattern to begin with. There's only one different color bead, black for his eye. The rest is just going to be this yellow. So you start out with 2 yellows on the string. Then you do 1 yellow on both strings. Then 2 yellows, 1 on each string. Then we do his eye, black, on both strings. Then we do 1 yellow on each string. Then we do 1 yellow together on the strings. Then we do 1 yellow on each string. Okay, so when you're done, you have something that looks like this. And we're just going to tie it. So that's the first part. Now that we're done there, we're going to take our top one. Well, actually, let me see. Okay. Yep. Okay. We're going to take our top one. Well, just string it through. Then put a bead on. Then string it through. Another bead on. String it through. And another bead. Just along the whole top row. Okay, so you have this. Now, you're not going to put a bead right here. You're just going to skip this one. Put it through right here. Put a bead on top. Put it through. 1 more bead on. And through. And then just come down through this bead also. This side one right here. Come right down. Alright, so now you have the first section. Make sure it stays tight though. It's kind of crucial in this one. If he's not tight, then it doesn't even really work at all. Alrighty, then you just tie it off. And after you've tied it, you just cut off the extra. And this part is kind of weird. It's something that I guess I just made up kind of to get these other parts done that are really confusing, but learn it and you're going to use it a lot during this tutorial. So, okay, it's called tying on a bead. Take a string, just a littler one, and take it through the bottom of these 2 beads right here. We're going to go up through each bead on each side. Okay. Oh, just kidding. Oh, wow. Of course. Have to have problems on the longest tutorial ever. Okay, so now that you have that, it should look like this. You put 1 yellow bead on both strings. Okay, and then you take each string out and put it back through. Take each string and put it back through the one you just came through. So down through each of the ends. Alrighty, and it's going to want to flip like this. Just flip it back. It'll be fine. And tie it. Yep. And that's called tying on a bead. And we do this kind of a lot because with this Peyote Stitch, I need to make his face pointy, and there's just no way to really do it. I've tried everything. It doesn't really work. So anyways, you tie that, cut it off, and now you have the point. Now do the very same thing right here. And then once you're done tying on both of the ends, then you have this. And this is the first top part of his head. Done, just a little bit. Okay, so the next thing you do is you get another string. This one needs to be this kind of medium. You're just going to use it for 2 rows. We do a lot of tying in this, just because there's so much crazy stuff going on. So anyways, doesn't matter where you start. I'm just going to start right here. Just take it through and start stringing on yellow beads. Okay, so do 1 underneath his eye, do 1 next to it. Okay, and then do the same on the other side. Well, just with the 1. Okay, and then you're going to put, on this end, you're going to put one more bead, and then you're just going to bring it back to the bead we were doing, that we just did. So that it's going to go right underneath this one. And very same thing. Well, no, not the same thing. You're actually just going to skip right here, because this is the point part of his nose. So you skip one right there, just put it through, and then put this one on. Through right here. And then once you get to this part, you put a bead on, and you're going to stick this opposite string through the bead going the opposite way as the other string so that you can pull it like this. And it will be like, kind of like a ladder. Okay, and then you keep going. Put this string bead on, and then put the string through the end bead right here. Same thing on this side. Put one on right here. Make sure it's tight. Always make sure it's tight. Okay, put another bead on. Bring it right back down through this one right here. And then very same thing on this side. Just take this one in. Wrap it around, back through that one. And then on this one, you just put one bead on, and then you're just going to tie it right here. But pull it tight first, of course. Put that last bead on, then just tie it right here. Then we have this much. Okay, and I'm probably going to do this a billion times just to make sure I'm doing it right because it gets confusing. Alright, now we're going to add some beads onto the side right here. So, time to add another bead or two. So just get your smaller string. Okay, and we'll just start at this one. Take the string up through here and up through this one right here. Okay, put on your bead, and then put it back through both sides, just like we did to the top of his nose. Okay, and tie it off, just like one. Okay, so now we have that. Now you'll do the next one, right here. Okay, so now that we got that far, now we add one more onto the back side, and it's going to be right here onto these two. And now once you're done tying everything, we're just going to start peyote stitching again. So you grab another string, not way long, not way short. We're going to tie it off after about 2 rows. Put it in through the middle right here, and just take one bead and go down that side, and then do the same on the opposite side. Oh my goodness, it's not working. Okay. One bead through right here. Oh, I don't even have music on. There we go. That won't be so boring. Okay, and then you put this bead on the end, and then you just bring it back through this one right here. Okay, it's going to go underneath, just like the ones before it, and do the very same thing on this side. Just grab the bead, put it right through, like that. Okay, and then you're going to put the bead through on here, and then you're going to put the other string through crisscross like this, just like you're doing a ladder, just like we did earlier up in the bead. Okay, make sure all that's tight, and then just go the very same ways we're going. Grab another bead, just keep weaving, stick it through. Okay, and then just grab the next one, put it on, and then put it through that next bead. Very same thing over here too. Put that last stitch through the next bead, put it through here. Pulling it tight, always pulling it tight. Super confusing if you don't. It just looks weird. It doesn't really even work. Okay, then your last bead goes on, and you just put it in just like a ladder. Just like we've been doing. Okay, now let me actually check how far we are. Alright, we have one more row to go, and then on the back side, instead of putting a bead on, we're going to skip one so that it can come down like this. So, you string it through with no bead, then you put one bead on, And then you do the same over here, but this side we're going to put a bead on, I'm pretty sure. So, you put a bead on this one, and then you come to this one, instead of putting the string through like we have, we're just going to tie it. We're just going to tighten right here, and then just tie it off. I hate that though, super annoying.